Hey guys, it's Vanessa. Welcome back to my channel. I'm sitting here with one of my best friends, Dustin.
Hello.
And that crusty, dusty bitch, Nick, is sitting off to the side.
I didn't fit in front of the fireplace.
He really didn't.
He didn't. He's hefty. I'm hefty.
Yeah, we're just a whole bunch of hefty bitches
We're all
around
hefty.
here. Yeah.
Well, welcome back. If you were new here, my name is Vanessa. I'm a psychic medium, and this is Dustin, and he makes trashy content.
I do. I make chisme content.
I love that word.
I do too.
I love that word chisme. That's been getting to me.
We
a
do
lot.
have something special that we're going to talk about in this video today.
We do.
Because, you know, Vanessa's gifts
Okay.
just keep on giving.
They do. Okay, so we're in a big, beautiful mansion, beautiful house.
Not
Ours.
Yeah, not ours.
Not ours. So ever since, now this is my second time here, and the first time I was here, I kept feeling something, but I couldn't get it to come towards me. So this second time, they're just like, oh, this bitch is back. We're gonna hang out.
Okay, let me lay some groundwork before she really gets into it.
Yeah, they were here way before me.
Me and Nick have been here for what, like 2 weeks now? We're 2 weeks, almost 3. It's our friend Jen's house. She lived in, it's a mansion. It's a very large home. I'm not saying that to boast because we're here.
No, it's just a big, beautiful home.
It's a very large home. And she's had some experiences herself. We'll get a little bit into that. But Nick and I, there's a feeling that you get in this house. It's not a bad one. I'm not going to say it's a bad feeling.
No, it's just slightly uncomfortable sometimes.
Yeah, you just feel like something's watching you. Now, I want to say that we haven't really had any experiences until she came around. And the second time, the past couple of days, we're going to you get into it.
Well,
Yeah.
girl. I do want to say that.
The peanut gallery speaking. Hello?
Peanut gallery.
Hello?
I do want to say a few days before you came though, it was.
The first time or second time?
Sorry, this time.
This time, okay.
This time around. So a few days before you came, I was starting to be like, am I seeing something out of the corner of my eye? I'm going crazy, all that kind of stuff. And then you got here and you're like, no, that's exactly what you're fucking saying.
Yeah. Well, you know what though too? I think that with spirits, I've always noticed, especially when they're just even new ones, it takes them time to adjust and warm up to people. Can I just go ahead and say it what it told Jen?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, you know the story better than I do, but.
Well, it's basically.
So we consider a clip of her telling you.
Oh, we could. We'll see if we can do that. But basically, Jen's room is completely on the other side of the house.
Opposite
It's
end of the house.
its own apartment all itself. It's huge. It's
all the way over there. It's far.
It's like a football field.
It's a long walk.
It's a very long walk.
It's a good walk. You'll get your steps in.
Yeah. But her room it's a nice room, but it's very creepy. She had something tell her to leave the second night she was here.
Right. And I just found out about that.
Yeah.
I had no
that
idea.
didn't happen from her bedroom. She was sleeping in bed and she woke up and something from across the house yelled, "Leave!"
Yeah, but the point is though, she heard it all the way.
And it would have to be.
leave.
It would have to be.
Now,
very
hell no,
loud.
Jen ain't gonna leave.
No, listen. It would have to be very loud because
To get that far.
Where we're at now, I could scream at the top of my lungs, and Jen would not be able to hear it. Not with her door
No.
closed and everything. It's very far away, and that part of the house is very isolated. So whatever it would have been very loud.
Yeah.
But last night, I was in here and I was setting up to film for my video, and there's we're in the very big great room right here, and there's 2 doors here. There's one that goes to the living area, and then there's a cut through that goes to a butler's pantry into the kitchen. Now, I was facing this way, but out of my peripheral vision, I looked through the butler's pantry and I saw something dark. There's through the doorway, I saw it, and she said that's what's been happening to her.
And you know what? Now that we're bringing this up, Mason asked me a couple times. He goes, "Do you keep looking in my room at night?" And I said, "Oh no, I've checked on you a few times." And he's
I'll check on him when I walk by, but he's never asleep.
Right. He
always
goes to
makes
sleep after us.
He always makes eye contact with me.
Yeah, he always notices us and is like, "Hey, I'm okay." But yeah, so even he notices. But a couple nights ago, what it's been doing to me is kind of running up to me until it's maybe 15 feet away, and then it'll run away. But the other night, it literally came up behind me and went pfft, right in my freaking ear.
Peanut gallery again.
And that drives me nuts.
Well, no, because you're saying that it was running up behind you. When you guys went upstairs with Mason, so you'd be in front of me where I was sitting.
Right.
I could have sworn that someone was trying to sneak up behind me to scare me because
Right.
I heard running from across this great room over to where the butler's pantry be, and I turned around and looked, and I was like, "Oh, dude."
The other night for me, when we were all in the kitchen and Mason was up in the theater room and he was playing, Now, granted, like, you can hear if Mason's making noise up there, but he's fairly quiet. You actually really forget that he's around because he's so quiet and well behaved. But you could literally hear walking and stomping, like someone was running all up and down the upstairs hallway.
That's what shook me.
And that's what I can hear in my head.
Because she had been saying that she had felt it running up to her or whatever, and when I seen it with, just enough to see that there was something there run by that butler pantry door, I was shook. But we were in her bathroom last night because there's a Jack and Jill bathroom that we share in between our rooms. And we were in her bathroom, and me and Nick were like looking at her, paying attention to her, like dyeing her hair and all that stuff. I shit you not, the fucking lid on the trash can shut by itself. Am I lying? It literally, like, it was open. I had
my back to it.
It was open like this. It had been open the whole time, and it went.
Jen was just saying in our group chat, and she was coming up to me earlier, like tonight, and it was like, can you talk to this person because they keep messing with my drawers in my bathroom? What happened? Yes, we were talking about you.
No, I heard that too.
Yep.
I heard it moving.
You might hear it in the camera.
No, that sounded like a... That was like a...
No, I heard it.
Is there a bat in the house?
There's
that
not
sounds like a bat.
There's not a bat in the house.
It does. It does sound like it.
Like a bat. Bitch.
No.
What was that?
So for me, like when activities like going on and stuff, it's normal for me, like if I'm around, things are amplified. It's like, I always try to explain to people, like if you are on a ship in the dead of night and you see that really bright lighthouse, that's how they see me. And they're kind of drawn to me like a moth to a flame. It's kind of like, it's fun for them. They just like, oh, you can hear me, you can see me, and it's just like, it's a whole new world to them.
Well, I went to sleep fairly early last night, and I think Nick did too, and she did as well, but you kept saying that you thought you saw somebody kept coming in your room.
The past few days, I've noticed him coming in my room, he's waking me up, and honestly, it doesn't scare me. Like, if I were to see him standing in front of me, I'd be like, all right, I see you. But you guys would be like, oh my God, I'm so used to it at this point that it's a nuisance at this point because he's just waking me up. And that's what they do, especially to me. If I'm at a point where I'm like, I guess sleeping, you're defenseless when you're sleeping, right? So when you're sitting there and you're laying there and you're trying to sleep and they're coming up and messing with you, that's like the best time for them to do it because I can't tell them to just leave me alone. You know what I mean? But there's been so much things that have happened that we're even missing out because I forget all this stuff.
I don't think we can show it, but we can explain it. There is a room in this house that it's a storm shelter, but it's very, very creepy. This room has a very large, I would call it, Jen calls it a study, but it's a library.
Yeah,
it's a library. That room, I don't know why. Like, the energy feels for me that it comes from that room.
The first time I was here and I passed by that room, I went, ugh. Okay.
That's the first time that I saw something.
Right. It's just like, I don't know. There's like to me, it's like it's not angry or depressed, but it's like somewhere in between. It feels off. And there is, like, to me, there's a sadness to it. I can see exactly what he looks like. I can make him out plain as day.
She said it looks like Gargamel from the Smurfs.
I didn't know who Gargamel was until you showed me, but it does, if you look up Gargamel from the Smurfs, it does kind of have like that little bit of look to it. But I mean, I love this stuff.
Yeah. No, I love this house, and the energy here is not bad, but like, it's creepy sometimes. It's not like bad.
I can't say that I've been creeped out. I've been here by myself.
Yeah.
The only thing
I'll be the first one to tell you my house is creeped out.
The only thing that really kind of got me was we were both looking at that trash can and it closed by itself. Like, there was no explanation for it. Like, it just.
Yeah.
When I was in the shower earlier, it was daylight when I went in, but it got dark as I was in there. And so it was a little bit darker. I had my phone in the shower because I was just getting out, and I could have sworn that you were coming into the bathroom and walking past the door because I kept like hitting my phone real quick, and I was like looking like this. There was no one there.
Well, you know what it is though too, like a lot of times, like, because his energy is really strong, so when stuff like that, like if you have like even just a little bit of like inkling or like a little bit of ability to sense and be sensitive to that kind of stuff, you'll feel that presence around, and he wants attention desperately.
Something else too, because the house is so big, we can't let our dogs roam freely. Our dogs have, like, Barkin is an
They've been
anxious
going
dog,
nuts.
but he,
Barkin.
more lately, we've been calling him Barkin because no matter what we do, like, we'll pay attention to him, make sure he's got food, water, all that stuff. He will bark
His
and
behavior
bark
is-
and
yeah.
bark and bark and bark.
But it's not like a normal bark either. It's like I need you.
It's like a shrieking,
I
like
need you to come
scared.
get me right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which we have. Yeah, anyway, but like, I mean, there's like been lights being left on that we know we shut
Oh,
off.
bitch, yes. I am very,
Yeah,
very,
same way.
I will turn a light off in a minute. If somebody's sitting in a room, I'll turn a light off.
Yep.
And we don't leave lights on.
No, we do
And
not.
There is a walkway to the guest house, and I always make sure that that's turned off. There's 2 switches. They were turned on the other night when we were laying in bed, and we can see them from our room. And Nick's like, "That man's gonna get you. He's gonna get you."
Standing in the kitchen and the door will just randomly open.
Hey everybody, so I'm sitting here editing this video, and unfortunately, right after some bizarre activity,
Very bizarre. Activity.
very bizarre activity was going on, things that we were seeing and hearing that, you know, you cannot see on your end. The rest of the footage that we had for this video is completely gone.
Yeah.
So I guess we're gonna play like a little clip now to where you can see that we're reacting to something.
That's in the video. They've seen it up until this point.
Okay, so honestly, we're not sure what happened.
We'll do some more investigating.
Yep, we're just gonna have to roll with what we got. So the creepy haunted mansion wins 1 and
Yeah.
0 for us.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys, just wanted to give you an update. Bye. Thank you for watching.